From Nashville, Tennessee, Inside the Noize podcast with your host, Jenna Hydeman. Here's Jenna.
Three, two, one. Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie Kalp with Inside the Noize, and I'm here with
Jenna Hydeman. I got excited.
Here with Jenna Hydeman and Kree Harrison. How are you doing?
I'm so good. How are y'all?
Good. How's CRS treating you?
It's good. This is day 2, so that's good.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Still here.
People are still having me back.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So, since obviously we were just talking about, I actually met you on the Idol tour years back. How has life been transitioning from the Idol life coming into mainstream radio and everything like that?
Honestly, I put out a record 3 years after Idol, and I didn't do the radio circuit, and I didn't push for radio, and this time around I have a new team, and I'm really excited to do this circuit and push hard for that. Obviously, the more the merrier to be able to hear this music, because I'm proud of it. The single comes out March 8th, so like everywhere. So
That's so exciting.
Chomping at the bit. Yeah.
What have you been doing to gear up for the release of the single?
Wait, what was the question? I'm sorry. I'm like.
What have you been doing to gear up for the release of the single?
Oh, the gear up. Also, I'm deaf, so that's a problem.
That's okay.
There's a lot of noise around here.
Yeah, it's very noisy right now.
I feel like we're at a parade. Basically, just campaigning for, everything.
Yeah.
The artwork and making sure that everything's, set up for, obviously, tour. And, I want to get it right this time, or my way, really.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to, be a part of the whole process and not just create music and then go, okay guys, good luck,
Yeah.
I feel like it makes it all the more better.
Special. Yeah, a little more special when you're involved in all of it.
Yeah, for sure.
And with the single release, you're releasing an album also? Are we expecting an album? Okay.
I'm literally making the rest of the record this weekend. Going to Nashville, North Carolina. This studio, it's called Echo Mountain. It's dreamy. It's just an old church that they made into a studio. And it's perfect. It's where I made my last record, but I just feel like there's something just for me. Obviously, there's amazing studios here. I've put the single here, but something about checking out for 6 days, bringing amazing musicians with you, and putting your phone in the trash and just making music.
Yeah, really being in the process, in the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
And what's your favorite part about creating the music? Is it putting down, I'm not a musician, I don't know any I've worked in the studio before, so I kind of know.
Yeah.
Is it putting down the tracks, or putting the live instruments on stuff, or putting down your actual vocals, or writing the song? What is your favorite part of that whole process?
I don't know that I have a favorite part of that. I feel like, because it's all special to me, it's from my heart, even if I didn't write some of this stuff, because, I feel like my favorite part is always going out and performing the songs after and feeling the connection.
Yeah,
that's important to me. I can't always be a fly on the wall when people listen to it, so get on stage, and that's the best part.
Cool.
Yeah.
And obviously you have some big heavy hitters as co-writers on the new single.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Chris Stapleton, Liz Rose.
Yeah, Morgan Stapleton.
Yeah. How did you have that all come around?
We were looking to go in and cut some stuff here, like I said, in Nashville, and just, a couple of things that we could put out before making the whole record. And our friend Allison McAnally sent it to us literally the night before we went in, and it was just kind of oh, okay, well, me and Jordan Lenning and Skylar Wilson, we all simultaneously were yep, this is, obviously it was an easy listen because Chris was singing, so I was well, yeah, of course, but also I love the song, and I feel like it's relatable, and I'm proud of it. I think it's, I don't know, I hope people love it as much as I do, so yeah.
Well, we always start the podcast with make some noise, stop that noise, so it's a little good week, bad week, so a week high and a week low from this last week. My week low, I'll start.
Okay.
I'm just ready to talk. My week low was last night.
Yeah, you were a little litty in the city.
CRS, night 1, I get really excited. I love conferences, I love events, and I got a little excited.
A little.
I got really excited.
You got 9 vodka waters excited.
After a half a bottle of wine, and then I guess I drank 4 beers. The red door got a little blurry.
Also, the fact that you're standing is...
The red door got a little blurry last night.
Yeah, you were, as you said, drunk Jenna.
I was drunk Jenna. I bit Katie, and that's my week high and my week low. Like, it was a great time,
Okay,
and I needed to let loose because I've been so, like, I've been stressed. I've been, like, by the books lately. I've been just doing life, like, kind of, like, not really letting myself have fun, and I had fun last night.
Yeah, you should. That's awesome.
And what was your good week?
That was my good and bad. I had fun.
That was good and bad.
Yeah, it was good and bad. It was both.
I like that.
I mean, we just did this yesterday, so I feel like it's still kind of the same. I cracked my phone screen.
I didn't know what you
I cracked my phone screen.
It's gonna be a bad week until it gets fixed.
No.
Yeah. Another thing is I met a guy on Bumble. A dating thing.
Oh man,
so that's my bad week.
I vaguely remember.
So I met him and we were talking and I thought we had a connection and everything. And he invited me out. He plays on Broadway. Invited me out to his like show. Went out to his show on Monday, and like we were like flirting back and forth. Like it was good. And then saw him. He like invited me to bus call last night. I was already going. And I was like, oh yeah, we'll be there together. He like saw me and said hi to me and then never spoke to me again the whole night.
So weird. And I tried I tried creeping on his friend for Katie. I was like, I know his friend. Let me go say hi. And I didn't really know his friend that well.
I kind of was just like annoyed though, because I was like, why are you one of those people that just needs an ego boost like on Bumble?
That he wasn't just like
scared?
He's not shy.
Yeah, was he shy? Because you knew everyone there too. Katie's the kind of girl that goes out and knows everyone.
He might have been a little intimidated how many cool people you were hanging out.
Yeah, she's always running around.
Well, he was just like the whole time talking to all of his like people and whatever. There was like no good time for me to just like, hey.
If you want me to say screw him, I will.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to get people.
I was just kind of like I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but literally
I'm team you.
We went to 3 different locations and he still did not.
We chased him.
him.
Katie had me convinced it was a good idea because I was drunk.
We were sitting in front of him. We were sitting behind him. I was on the phone outside.
We chased him, and it's fine. I talked to one of his friends, being like, "Hey, does your friend like my friend?"
Yeah, she was very drunk. And she told that.
I don't really know him that well. He played drums for my ex-boyfriend and dated one of my good friends, and that's my only relationship with this guy.
Oh,
I don't know him. I don't know him that well.
I'm just saying, y'all. I feel like two of you maybe need to do like the Cupid thing. It's Valentine's Day. Y'all need to go out again.
We're going out tonight, so we'll see.
Oh no,
we're gonna be on Broadway
I think I'm going
tonight.
to drink water tonight.
Yes, you are. I'm drinking water still. So.
Katie can only handle drunk Jenna one night.
I disagree. I feel like you can do it again.
So, what are your good weeks and bad weeks? Make some noise and stop that noise.
My bad is that I definitely missed y'all by a hair last night.
No,
I can't believe it.
Stupid because
actually it's probably good that you probably been like canceling that interview. I'm
I'm
like, I have a podcast.
Who is this?
Who does she think she is?
She was just going up to people.
We would have so much more to talk about. To be honest,
we would.
But here's the
I didn't even
part.
play the jukebox last night.
This week ain't over yet, so there's time.
There's time.
This is true.
So I'm claiming it. That's gonna be the good.
There you go. And you know why you didn't play the jukebox, right?
Because my debit card's broken in half.
She keeps trying to pay with this debit card that's snapped in half. She like has a piece of tape on it. I was like, how ratchet?
You should get the app, and you can do it from your phone.
I have like
if I was there last night, I would have told you.
I have a food expiration sticker holding it together from the Losers Bar in Las Vegas because it broke in December, and I still am using the same
judging you, and
card.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I was so happy last night when it worked. I gave it to the bartender and I said, "This is a little ratchet, but it's gonna work." I'm like,
we were in Chattanooga together, and she
ratchet.
kept paying with it. And I was like, I'm just gonna pay for you. I was like, this is a good way for you to just get stuff paid for you. But like,
I look like I'm poor.
I was so embarrassed. I was like, can we not pay with this credit card?
Maybe you'll start a trend. People just start putting
See, I'm
stuff
saving
on
money.
Here's 2 pieces of my credit card.
Here's 2.
Figure it out.
If you can work it, I can buy
People start
it.
framing them.
If not,
there you go. It's the Heinemann method.
It is. Okay, we also do off-the-record confessions each week. So, like, you can confess something weird or embarrassing about yourself or, like, something that happened.
Okay.
Jenna, why don't you go? After last night, drunk Jenna. Sorry.
Drunk Jenna could confess a lot this morning.
Can I say something embarrassing
Yeah,
about you
that's
that
fine.
you embarrassed me?
Oh no.
We were just in front of a bunch of our friends, and you just kept going up to people saying that you were drunk Jenna, and these are people I work with. So of course I'm like, oh my god, my like business to me.
This is why I can't go
Started
out.
having a heart attack.
This is why I don't go
And
out.
I was like, I'm fine, because then everybody thinks I'm drunk because
no.
you're so drunk, and I was just like, oh,
I was
Jenna.
gone. I warned you though. Give me. I said like.
You're
have this
fun
when I'm-
though. You're
Good.
good.
Okay.
And I was there to
Sound
watch
like
you.
you're angry.
I'm
No.
not. No. And like
Yeah.
I
She's
just.
a very loving drunk.
See, that's
And
that
then it
happens.
gets let's not get to a point where I was a little blurry. Usually I stop.
When
Lately
you're
I've
double
been-
fisting the beers.
I
at
don't
that
remember
river.
drinking the beers.
You literally look like a walrus.
Confession, I don't remember drinking the beers.
There you go.
And then I texted a boy.
Yes, you did.
I
took your phone away for
I
like 4
texted-
hours.
That's your confession.
I texted
right
a
there.
boy.
Another confession is that you bit me
Do
twice.
you want to know what I said to him? This is embarrassing. Sober Jenna would not ever say this. Okay, we're just gonna put it all
Sound
out
like
there.
good courage.
Oh my
Wait, where is
gosh,
he?
It's still running through your veins. See, I don't
Where
even
is
turn
he?
off my phone.
Okay,
If
no, this
if
is
I'm
funny.
intoxicated, I'm like, I shouldn't have my phone. Like, I'm still like aware a
it
little
makes
bit.
sense.
You probably read this last night.
I
then.
did, because I took your phone.
He said, "What are you doing? In Nash, our day off. What about you?" Red Door. We're on Broadway. I said, "Huh? No, Red Door." He said, "I was there at 9. What are you doing after? Hotel?" I said, "You."
Oh, I
you
didn't
go.
read that. Okay.
Thirsty.
I looked at it this morning and I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, there's that."
Put it on Do Not Disturb immediately.
I was like,
Don't
"Well,
wanna
we're
see
putting
it.
that one away."
So, do you have any confessions for us? Off the
I?
record? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Off the record that are on the record?
Let's see. There's so many.
Your makeup is on fleek.
It is.
I did not do it.
You didn't?
No. I don't know how to put eyelashes on.
Oh, girl, I feel that.
I went to my friend's this morning. She tried to doll me up. I don't know what that is. I was like, I want some like pink and stuff because it's Valentine's Day, whatever. And she's so sweet. We was just like a hangout basically. But this is a confession. Last night, I wear these shoes that I love so much. And I do not wear socks, and they make my feet smell like ass. Like, just, like they do not smell good, you know. And this morning I like go in, obviously hadn't really showered. It was like a pour bath, if you will. And I'm like sitting in the makeup chair, and then I was like, shit, I can smell my feet from here. I know she can't. Just like, Kree, what is happening?
Oh.
You know. So that's a confession. That's gross.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Hey, I don't wear socks on my shoes either,
Ew,
except for sneakers.
Y'all,
You know, like when you're like out all night, you're sweating and
Yeah.
whatever. It's like
I
there's
wear, like,
certain
It's
boots.
uncomfortable to wear. Yeah, like certain boots you can't.
Yeah, like I don't have like fungus on my feet.
guys are
It's,
weird.
You know, the
Oh,
shoes
no,
might.
I'm super proud of myself. So like 2 years ago, I thought my life was falling apart. I just went through a breakup and I was like, my life's falling apart. And so I started wearing matching socks every
That's me
single
every
day.
week.
And that's what I've done ever since. I'm like, you know, if I have a terrible day, guess what? I'm wearing matching socks and my life's together. So for 2
I like
years now,
that.
I've worn matching socks. Before that, I'd never
It's
worn
like
matching
it's
socks.
like you're claiming it when you put your socks on. You're just like,
Yes, I'm like,
got
and
it.
I will be
I'm organized
I will
today.
be late to something to find 2 socks that
I do
match.
feel like little things like that matter. It adds to it.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
you
It's
know
like
what? My
putting
life's
your
falling
makeup on in
apart.
the morning. Like
Yes.
normally, if I go out of
or
the
making
house,
your bed, you're like,
Yes.
or cleaning your
look at
room,
me,
like
I'm
make
an
sure
adult.
everything's
Yes.
But I did.
It's
Yeah.
true.
It's
Very
true. It's true.
Thank y'all so much for
All right.
having me.
No
Thank you
problem.
for coming
Thank you
on.
for hanging out with
Yeah.
us. I hope you have a great CRS week.
Where
hope
can
you
everyone
do too.
follow you?
To Red Door.
To Red Door. I mean, that's you can find us there too.
No.
Go to Red Door
no,
in Midtown. You're good.
Yeah. Catch me in at Red Door. How about that? I mean, basically, you know, all the socials. There's a Kree Harrison official website. There's Instagram, which I prefer. I don't tweet as much as I should, but it's a new dawn. It's a new day, guys.
No.
New record,
It's a
new
new
me.
life.
Right?
New record, new me.
Finishing the Michael Bublé song. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, and then you guys can follow us at Inside the Noize with a Z, and then you can find all of our socials and Kree's also when we post this podcast. So thank you guys so much for listening, and we will talk to you guys later.
All right.
Are you ready?
All right. You ready?
Yep.
3.
Delete any of that? No.
I'll cut that
Oh,
later.
you're recording.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie Kalp.
And Jenna Heidemann.
And you're listening to Inside the Noize. We're here today with Tiffany Woys.
Yes!
I asked her like 6 times how to say her name before, because I, like, when you first see it, you just think it's something else.
Woos, wows, ways.
Wows. I was trying to like say the name, I'm like, I don't know how to say it.
I get a little of everything.
She
It's
gets
okay.
name anxiety, so
I do.
she like looks at me and she's like, did you just do it? And I'm like, oh great, so you're throwing me into it.
Yeah.
So that I look like an idiot, it's fine.
Even my own high school graduation, they got it wrong.
Oh, wow.
So, and the person knew me, so I don't know really what was going on there. So I totally get it.
I feel like that they had name anxiety.
They had name anxiety.
That's it.
Under the pressure.
Okay, so we start every podcast with make some noise, stop that noise. So
Okay.
good thing and bad thing that happened to you this week. Weekly
About
high, weekly low.
All right. Weekly high. Oh my gosh, that's sad. Oh no! You know, I went and saw a movie that I really wanted to see, Glass. Weekly low, same low. I didn't like the movie.
Oh no, that's just a
So it was the good and the bad. I was really pumped for it because I'm a big M. Night Shyamalan fan, and I was Unbreakable and Split, so I was super pumped. Both excited to go. It was a bad movie.
Oh gosh.
gosh.
I kind of sometimes always wish that I could get like a refund. Like if you don't like the movie,
Yeah, kind
you can
of.
go and be like,
satisfied.
hey, like my mom got a refund once for Weatherman. Is that the one that had
Oh my gosh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wait, she actually got a refund for it though?
Because she like left within first 5 minutes.
That
She
is
was like, this
something
is
my mom
appalling.
would do.
I can't do
Really?
it. It was with that comedian. He's really popular.
Wait, I know exactly what movie you're
Will
talking
Ferrell.
about. Yep.
Yep. And my mom was just like, no.
Anchorman?
Anchorman. Is
Anchorman.
that what it is? I don't know.
I'm like,
Weatherman.
I literally didn't know the movie. I never watched it.
What is it?
So I just know that she was just like not about it, and that was like a big thing.
And this movie was over 2 hours, and so
You're like, maybe it's because you get better.
I did, so I stayed the whole
You
time.
tried to like it.
I tried.
It was not happening. Oh no.
Yeah.
What's
Katie?
yours?
Well, my day high, as I ate pizza and Postmated it for free.
There you go.
Week low, still last night.
She had a rough last night.
That's okay.
It's
It
fine.
happens.
Katie let me drink a lot.
Oh, I
She let me lose.
Good friend.
like I should stop her. Like, hey, you like, I'm not your mother.
I think I did ask him, like, can I get one more?
And I was like, go for it, girl. You do you. It's Valentine's Day tomorrow.
But sometimes you don't know that, like that. You could be totally fine, and then
the
it's
next
that
one,
one. It's that
you're
one.
just
You have to
down
know
drain.
when that one drink. That
you know,
one,
like the 9 vodka waters that you had. I think
The
it was
tipping.
probably too much.
It was probably number 6 that got me.
But you know what? It was probably the 4 beers at Red Door. That's probably what got you.
Maybe the bottle of wine.
Oh gosh.
No, it was good.
all of that.
No, all of it.
All of it.
So my week high would be just CRS. I love CRS.
Oh, yeah.
I love the fact that everybody is in just a centralized location, and it's like marketing people and managers and booking me, like all
Love
these
that,
people
everyone.
are just together.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love whenever conventions. I'm like a nerd, and I'm like,
too.
I'm always was the school nerd, so coming back and I'm like, oh, I can learn stuff and all that stuff, and I love doing that. And my week low was probably having to leave Jenna at the bar last night.
She did leave me.
Because I had to get up and work out this morning.
I'm the kind of person that goes out and then like refuses to leave at night with my friends. I'm just leave me here. I'll be fine.
And
I
I said
That-
3 times that I'm gonna leave, and I left her.
Like Kate and I haven't been out really together. Yeah, we don't really go out together. We do, but we don't.
We do.
We don't go out. We've never gone out and drank together.
I don't
really.
drink that much, so that's why, yeah.
And then when she's not drinking much either, then I'm not either.
Yeah.
So like last night
I'm a
was
good influence.
yeah, sure.
I wish I was
Thank
a
you
little
for
bit
that.
more like the idea of like wanting to stay out. I'm the type of person the second I get there, I'm like, oh, when can I go home?
That's how I've been lately. But last night I was like, I just need to enjoy tonight. I'm gonna
But it's bad when you have to tell yourself that enjoy this, and you're gonna
You
enjoy
have
this.
4 hours to
It's
do
gonna be
it.
fine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was
Yeah.
good. That was a good.
That was a good.
Make some noise. Stop that noise.
It was good. It was good. Yeah.
Whoa, jinx. Okay.
Give us a little backstory on you and your journey to Nashville, and just like a little bit of your story.
Yeah, so I grew up in Sacramento, California, born and raised, and I started singing super young age. Ever since I started listening to Celine Dion, which was my mom's like biggest. She would always be playing her in the car, and so that was just kind of like. The second I heard her, I was like, wow, mesmerizing. And then I started going to concerts at such a young age of her, and I always knew I wanted to sing. And my parents kind of just were like, this is a cute hobby. I don't think any parent is necessarily like super like excited about the idea of their kid wanting to get into entertainment. And I think they were like, oh, go to school,
Yeah.
you know, which I did. And I did that for them because that's important. But I just knew I always wanted to sing. And then when I heard Leanne Rimes for the first time was when I really wanted to do country music. And it was more about kind of like the storytelling, the authenticity of it, and less about kind of, I never like looked at like a stage. I've always wanted to be on stage and just get up there and just sing. That was something that I wanted to do, not necessarily like costume changes, dance routines, all that kind of stuff. And so when I started listening to more like Martina McBride, Faith Hill, Reba McEntire, it was ones where I was like, they're like vocalists and they're also just really authentic and have amazing storytelling songs, and that's kind of what I gravitated towards. So when I went off to school for college, I would travel home every weekend to see a vocal coach, and I started putting a band together, and then I toured up and down the West Coast for the last 5-6 years, and that's kind of when I knew my next step was just coming to Nashville. Like that was just, there was really no other option, and so I started building a little team around me here, and I would visit here once a month for the last 5 years, kind of just really kind of learning the community, getting to know people, because I know that's really important, and that means a lot to me. Because this is such a tight-knit community, I wanted to be a part of the community. I didn't just kind of want to just come and just like, hey, here I am. I wanted to make sure I started to get to know people and build relationships, because that's really important to me, and I love that that's important in country music. And so I just moved. I've been here for now officially for almost, March 1st will be my year anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
And it's been the best experience of my entire life, and as much as I love California, I will never, ever move back.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Florida.
Yeah. I will never go back to Illinois.
Yeah. I feel like everybody hits Nashville. They like hear about how great it is, but then once you're actually here,
I realize it. Yeah.
The culture, the food, the people, like
it feels like the best way for me to describe it all the time when I tell people is like it feels like home.
It does.
And I know my parents get a little upset when I've never been homesick once, and they have to like beg me to come back home when like for holidays and stuff, and I was like, you just don't get it. Like I feel home here, and I already have made such good friendships, and like just being here around all the music. And in Northern California, there isn't a lot of music opportunity. So even when it just comes to, if you were just a fan, just to listen to music, you have to wait for the big artists to come to town, at the amphitheaters or the arenas, instead of just being able to like, on a Tuesday, I can just go out and hear live music if I want to here. And that's kind of what drives my passion, is just being around music. And I didn't get that opportunity in Sacramento.
Right, that's really cool. So what can we be expecting from you in the next couple months?
My EP comes out February 22nd.
Whoa,
and
that's 22nd is going to be a big day for a lot of music. Wow.
It's really exciting, and what's so cool is it's actually my producer's birthday too, so we kind of get to celebrate it together, and I'm just looking forward. This was about 6 years in the making. I've been back and forth here, like listening to songs, doing that whole process, and just kind of finding myself as an artist. And now that I'm really confident of who I am and what I want to say, I've just been so anxious to get people to like hear it.
Yeah.
And it's been such a journey to get to this point, but at the same time, it's funny because as I know it's been 6 years and it feels like a long time, but it almost feels like it was just yesterday that I started this whole thing. And I think it's because I just love what I'm doing, and that I can't imagine myself doing anything else, that I'm just excited for people to hear the music that I've been working on for so long.
Cool.
How many songs are you putting out?
4.
4.
And we released first single in November, Priceless, and that's gotten to number 14 on Radio Disney charts, which is really, really exciting. And that was one of my biggest dreams ever. When I wrote down all my goals down on a list, I wanted to work with Disney. That was like something that I'm really, really passionate about. I was brought up with Disney, but it's not just like the theme parks and the movies. It's kind of just what Disney stands for, and like the idea of like dreams coming true, and that whole idea. I'm like that nerd adult that is like probably freakishly obsessed with Disney.
I feel that.
And I'm like I just love the whole idea. So to be able to work with a company that I idolize and admire so much means so much to me. So for me to be an independent artist and to have a song reach the top 20 on Radio Disney has been already a dream come true, a pinch me moment. So I'm just excited to get the other 3 songs out.
Yeah.
Really excited.
I had a game to play with Priceless. We're just all gonna name 3 things that are priceless.
I love it.
Katie loves when I hit her with a game.
I love it.
We're gonna do this today.
Jenna just goes off the cuff. She's like, hey, I just thought about this.
Well, when I did Priceless, the promos for it, a lot of people didn't know what it meant when I was doing it. We came up with the idea. You remember the old MasterCard commercials?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's like this.
They
What
list
is it worth?
Priceless,
Yes.
And so that's what I did. I listed like 2 or 3 things, and then it was like, but then releasing your first Nashville single, priceless. And I had people write me and be like, I don't get it. I'm like, oh no, am I aging myself? But I don't think so.
No,
they're still around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still make those ads, or am I?
I'm 23 and I know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't
watch a lot of TV.
Then I think people are just messing with
They're just
I don't watch a lot of TV too either, but like it's just on YouTube and stuff too.
Priceless.
It's just like one of those things. It's like you list all this stuff and it's like how expensive everything is.
Uh-huh,
And it's like, what's it worth? Priceless.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna share 3 things that are priceless to us in our lives.
Love it.
Like, you guys can go first because I don't know mine yet.
You know?
I came up with the game. That's all the thinking I got.
Okay, my dog, Cotton.
Aw, priceless.
My community.
Priceless.
Yeah, I love people.
Priceless.
And ASMR priceless. Ooh, I don't like that. And then I don't know, being my own boss.
Priceless.
Oh,
Priceless.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like being able to just be like, do I want to wake up at 5 a.m. today? I'll do 7. It's fine.
Yeah.
Can I ask myself? Yes. Okay, cool. Priceless.
I like that. Priceless. Okay.
All right, mine are my 2 cats, Belle and Cinderella.
Oh my
You're not obsessed with Disney at all.
Not at all, right? I'm planning on getting a golden retriever and naming it Simba, but I'm not in a place to.
Oh gosh.
It's so puppy.
I know they shed a lot, but I'm willing. I'm willing to do it.
Yeah, it's worth the sacrifice.
Second one, my relationships, just with friends, family, those kinds of things. I mean, I think the older you get, the more you start to value. Well, I think your circle gets smaller, and you value kind of like certain relationships. And following my dream.
Yeah.
You guys are all like hitting it hard.
She's like, the pizza I had today.
She's thinking about the pizza boys, alcohol, waking up kind of hungover but still be able to breathe. Priceless.
Okay. I'm gonna say my friendships and relationships. Priceless. I'm trying to think. I'm in like a weird spot in my life right now where I'm always stressed out.
Your new house?
My new, is that priceless? Yeah.
That has a price on it.
It has a price on it. It can still.
It's priceless. It is because I live, right now is a really cool time because I live with my little sister. We just got 2 other roommates, but living with her and having her in Nashville, priceless.
That is nice.
It's cool. It's cool seeing her grow. It's her first big girl job. And like, just like watching her like work and I don't know.
Is she your baby sister?
Mm-hmm. She's 2 years younger. So like, I don't know. It's been fun having her here.
Yeah.
She doesn't go out and doesn't like meeting new people though. So some people are like, "Are you sure your sister lives here, Jenna?" Katie met her for the first time the other day.
Yeah, it's a real party.
So are you guys like opposites?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Katie's
how
like,
my
Katie
sister
can tell.
and I are.
But like, yeah, we are opposites. My older sister and I like the same things, and we can go to the same things together, and we're more similar. But Carrie's just like
doing her own thing.
Yeah, she's like, I don't like people.
Introverted.
She like came to my party and I thought she was like ill. I was like, are you okay?
She was ill.
Because I'm just like so extroverted. I'm an introverted extrovert. So like if I go to like a party by myself and stuff like that, I won't talk to anybody. But if I'm with somebody, I feel like that's like I can be dumb because I'm like, oh, I have
with
like
someone.
this security blanket kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd rather be like watch everything and kind of be quiet, but like I can be. But she was just super quiet, and I was like trying to talk to her. And
She's
I was
super
like, oh,
quiet.
okay.
She's super nervous to meet new people, and I'm trying to like. I tried to push her really hard at first when she moved here, and then I'm like, I need to take a few steps back and just let her come out of her own shell.
Yeah.
Like, I can't just throw her into like, hey, Carrie, you want to come to all these things with me that I do every single day that I've done for 6 years?
Yeah.
She's like, no.
No.
Yeah, she needs to find a tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a third one.
You need one more.
Oh gosh, guys.
Priceless.
Priceless.
The whisper. Priceless.
Priceless.
Your love for Texas.
My love for Texas. It makes me so happy.
Her love for cowboys.
It makes me so happy.
It's not Texas. It's the boys in Texas.
It's not.
It's a nice cowboy hat, nice Wranglers.
I do like some Wranglers.
She's
You're a sucker
interesting.
for it.
I came back from the rodeo and I had bought 2 cowgirl hats. I like invested in them. They're like
She like goes to me.
They're not
I went to go
priceless.
put them on. Yeah, they're not priceless. They're like $300. I went to go put one on. She's like, be careful with it. It's $300. And I was like, why would you pay $300 for a hat?
I got excited. I was all these other girls who like actually rode rodeo and like they just like taught me everything about the rodeo because I was
My little cousin does that. She was like
so
rodeo princess
dumb
or
about
something,
it.
and
Yeah,
that's like a
there's some
thing.
of those.
Oh.
And I was so dumb and out of the world, and they were all like, they all knew that, like it's like a music industry, but the rodeo.
Yeah, it's like a
everyone
big
knew
deal.
Everyone, they all knew of each other. Like girls were talking about this one cowboy, and they're like, oh my god, we know him too, and they're like, it's just a small little circle, and I'm like, I know no one here, and I'm kind of happy.
Small town USA.
I know zero things. But I can tell you guys all about the music.
Hey, that's good.
Okay, so we're excited for your single to come out, EP.
Yeah, EP.
Come out since
3 more
Priceless came out.
Mm-hmm.
How excited are you?
I'm really excited.
I'm excited because I'm one of those old people that likes to listen to things in the entirety.
I do too.
Rather than like a single coming out here, a single coming out there, because I feel like
I
get
albums.
sick of
Well,
it.
especially because this is my introduction right now, and I kind of wanted to give someone a body of work so they could get to know me as an artist versus just releasing one song. I think you don't really get a great grasp of who that artist is. So this way, I feel like I'm giving you a little of everything.
Do they fit together and tell a story in the way you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So
that's my favorite.
How I kind of designed my EP is a big thing for me. I don't know if you guys are Sex and the City fans.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I always consider myself like the Charlotte of Sex and the City. Like I'm the one that's always on the search for like the perfect someone and love, and I'm like a big believer in that. And I believe in that I guess maybe Disney fairy tale perfect someone. And I've just always been on like that journey of finding it. And whenever I get my heart broken, I'm really good about picking myself up and keep going. So this story, my EP kind of tells like a story from my journey of finding love and kind of getting there and like the ups and the downs of it. And I think those are things that love songs don't go out of style. You know, someone's always falling in love, someone's always getting their heart broken or falling out of love. And I think those are things that are always going to be relatable to people. And before I was an artist, I was a listener, and I know those are songs that I gravitate towards and what is on my phone and what I listen to. And so from start to finish are kind of these experiences that I've gone through with love.
Cool.
I'm gonna love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna love it.
I'm gonna love it.
Priceless. It's priceless. Love is priceless. I'm not gonna stop saying priceless.
Yeah, I know.
Tonight, all night.
Priceless.
Priceless.
Okay.
It's funny, ever since I put out Priceless, though, I keep hearing the word priceless in different things everywhere. Everywhere
Now
I go.
I feel like I'm gonna hear it.
And
Or
I'm
gonna
like,
say
weird.
Yeah, you're gonna start being like,
I'm gonna be like,
priceless.
hey, eating this lunch here with this beautiful view, priceless.
Priceless.
That's what it is. I'm gonna do
They're
Insta
gonna go,
stories
stop
of me.
saying
Like
priceless.
tags and all Katie's stories, like sitting here eating lunch, priceless.
Cotton not peeing in my house, priceless. So where can everybody follow you on social media and stuff like that so they can keep up with you?
Everything is Tiffany Woys.
And how do you spell your last name? So
Yeah.
WOYS.
Okay, make sure that they.
And it's funny,
that's the
I
right
was
person.
just, I did an interview with N Style with Donald, and that was the big joke was rhymes with boys or toys, and he got me to
Boys.
try to say boys or toys or something like that, and I said, Donald, no, please don't. That's not what I'm trying to represent here.
Boys and toys.
Oh man.
Oh gosh, and you guys can follow us at Inside the Noize with a Z on Instagram, and you'll be able to find both of our personals on there. Also, thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you, Tiffany, for
Thank
sitting
you
down with us.
so much.
Hope you have a great CRS rest of your week. We
You
only have
guys
one more day
too.
tomorrow,
Yeah,
so
it's just one more day left.
we're wrapping it up here in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know why I just got so country. I just got so country.
You wanted to be Texas.
And thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you.
3, 2,
1.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie Kalp,
And Jenna Heidemann.
and you're listening to Inside the Noize. We are here today with Ryan Calhoun. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good. I'm very, very happy I just said your last name right. I was like,
Did you get name anxiety?
Cal. I get a little bit because I know my last name's Kalp, so it's very hard to pronounce
Yeah,
when
the
you
first
just
time
read it.
I had to say
Everybody says
Katie's
Kalp.
name. I asked her 12 times. I'm like, how do you say it?
Yeah. For some reason, Calhoun. I don't know. People my whole life are like, Mr. Calhoun. Calhoun. I mean Calhoun.
Yeah,
Calhoun.
if I didn't ask you and I just looked at it, it'd been like Calhoun.
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 Yeah. That's common.
So how's CRS week been treating you?
Good.
Good?
Not too hungover at this point.
Which is good.
That's
well,
good.
At least you can say that. Jenna can't.
That's nice.
Jenna can't say that really.
No.
What about you guys?
I mean, it's been good.
Yeah, it's
We've
been
been
good.
busy. Working in the day and running around.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 2, how is this your favorite interview so far?
Oh.
2.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
1 to 2.
So your
You are our first Texan of the week.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, you're a genuine Texan?
I am.
She's been an imposter all week.
So I've been told.
We had the conversation. I say, every time I pull up my computer, someone goes, oh, are you from Texas? I go, no.
Every single time. And I'm like, she's just an imposter because literally her whole computer says Texas on it.
Well, and she was saying, I wanted to move to Texas, and most people want to move to Austin, and you're like, oh, Fort Worth. I'm like, there you go.
There you go.
I want to be a Texan.
What's your favorite thing about Texas?
Ooh,
Ooh.
Jenna, I didn't ask you. This guy's so excited.
you know.
Like my whole life, like my dad's a Texan, my mom's a Texan, like I have family there. Like Texas pride, you know, like very proud of like no matter where you're from. And my dad grew up in El Paso, like from nothing, and like you know, kind of made an incredible life for himself. And just like that attitude of like pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and you know, no one's gonna feel sorry for you. So just go out and do it.
Yeah, I feel like that for Texas, that's like a big thing. Because like I'm from Florida, and no one's like, yeah, I'm from, like if you're from like Jacksonville, they're like, very proud of Jacksonville, but like the rest of Florida is just kind of, I know, right? That's what I said. But like all of my friends from Jacksonville are like, yeah, Jaguars, we're proud from like the Jacks, and I'm like, I'm from Fort Lauderdale, and I don't want to say it.
I'm from Illinois.
Florida's got all the weird things.
Florida's like two different states.
Yeah.
Like North Florida, you're so far north, you might as well be south.
Yeah.
And then South Florida is like a whole
Exactly. It's very exhausting. Florida's exhausting.
What are your favorite brands from Texas?
Oh, man. Lone Star Beer?
Oh, see, I don't even know what that is. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Oh.
Did you ever see True Detective?
No.
Okay, first season.
Okay.
Watch it, because McConaughey is from Texas.
Okay.
And like he like subtly is drinking Lone Star Beer.
Got it.
So.
Cool. I'll keep a lookout for that.
Shinerbach, love that.
Love that.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what any of this stuff is.
So I was actually like scrolling through Facebook the other day, and like the Buc-ee's owner came up, and in my head I'm like, I want him to be on the podcast. The guy who owns Buc-ee's, that's what I want. That's my dream interview.
I can't. I can't with you. You like the most random stuff. You'll be like, we'll be like planning for an interview or whatever, and she'll be like, oh my gosh, we should have the guy who makes cornbread for this celebrity. And I'm like, what?
I'm really interested in what they do.
She's like, it's inside the Noize. This celebrity eats this cornbread that makes the. I'm like, Jenna, that's
There's
a far
story
stretch.
there. It's connected.
That's a far stretch. But so you got new music coming out?
I do.
Cool.
Yeah, next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's soon.
What's it? The single?
Dropping a single.
Single? Okay.
Called Greyhound.
Okay.
Co-wrote it with Jimmy Allen
Cool.
and my buddy DJ Cox.
Oh, my boys.
Boys.
Jimmy Allen's
Your
mom.
boys.
Throwback. I knew Jimmy when Jimmy
Katie's got
before
boys.
Country Jimmy.
We can talk about Katie's boys after.
Okay. I've known Jimmy for a long time. He's my dude.
Yeah, he's awesome. And what can we be expecting from that single coming out?
Well, just kind of the normal like things. You know, obviously with just did a like in-house visit with Amazon Music that went really well.
Cool.
Just kind of like plugging those avenues of Spotify and Amazon, and also playing and touring, and it's one thing I think to get on some of the bigger playlists and getting music out there, but also going out and building following fan by fan.
Yeah.
Because you can have 1 million streams, but you got to put butts in the seats.
Right,
so to
it doesn't
speak.
matter. It's just like how when people talk about social media numbers, like if they don't interact, they're not real.
Totally.
If you're not buying t-shirts, merch, whatever,
Right.
and selling tickets,
There's no point.
and actually buying the music, which is a big thing that we're a big proponent of, is actually purchasing and supporting the artist. Because I feel like nowadays it's all streaming does support artists because obviously they pay back money and stuff like that, but actually physically going out and buying that stuff, I think, is 10 times better than
For sure.
going
And
in.
I feel like the country music fan base does that really well.
Right.
Yeah.
Much more so than other genres, and that's not, like you said, it's not the way, that's not taken away from the streaming because it has its place.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like country music fans become very loyal to the
I think they're very loyal,
to the
yeah.
artists that
Yeah.
they follow. And that's hard to say in this day and age where it's just like content. It's just like Drake dropping a 25 song album
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. It's like here,
Beyonce. Drop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you have anything?
Yes, let's play Make Some Noise, Stop That.
I knew you were gonna-
Let's play Make Some Noise, Stop That Noise.
Great.
So we're gonna give you a scenario, and you're gonna be like, yeah, or you're gonna be like, no.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna do scenarios?
start?
You just threw that in
No,
there.
No,
Waiting for
like
it.
make some noise, stop that noise, like putting peanut butter on your pancakes.
Oh, stop that noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, he wants to make the
He
noise.
wants to make the noise. We need to get those lip plackers.
Lip filler and girls. Girls with lip filler.
It's a dicey. I feel like it's a slippery slope.
Okay, so stop that
Stop
noise.
the noise.
Trying to think.
Girls with fake eyelashes. Just kidding.
I'm attacked.
Just kidding. I think they look nice.
I feel attacked.
Wouldn't have even known.
I don't. I'm not wearing any right now.
You're not wearing it right now, but Katie wears her eyelashes done. I'm a little jealous. You can tell.
I always get eyelash extensions because they're so much easier. I wake up every morning and I'm like, oh yeah,
you go to bed and you look good. That's
the key.
You gotta use them.
I don't know because you just threw me.
High-waisted shorts on girls.
It's taking me a little time.
Make some noise though.
Yeah, I'll make some noise.
About that.
Nashville traffic.
It's not as bad as LA or Atlanta.
This is true.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is very true.
I think you don't want to make the noise for it.
No, but it's better.
You want to stop that noise.
Semi-making.
You're turning it down.
It's just like a notch or two. It's only gonna get worse though.
Oh great. Get to look forward to that. Let's see.
Am I
Backstreet Boys on country radio.
Yeah, I'm
make
fine
some
with it.
noise.
I'm fine. I'll make some noise with it. Yeah, I mean, like they're trying something different.
Yeah.
You know, you got to reinvent the wheel.
Make some noise.
Yeah, make some noise.
What about what's that kid's name? The little munchkin
Mason
kid.
Ramsey.
Mason Ramsey.
Make some noise or stop.
I love
noise.
him.
The
yodel kid.
Yeah, he does what he does. I think it's great.
I'm trying to think what else. Oh, puppies.
Yeah.
Easy. Easy.
Okay. Any more?
No, I can't think of it. You threw me into that one, so I just like kind of tried to pop up my
Now
head.
you're gonna help us fix our lives.
Oh god.
This is called Ask a Guy. We're gonna ask you questions. This is
Jenna just went completely off the book. None of this was planned.
We didn't even know. We didn't have anything planned.
Okay.
Okay. Ask a Guy. Do you want to go first? You're having some issues. Do you want to open?
I feel attacked.
I'm opening.
I don't look at them as issues. I look at them as life choices.
I'm giving you the mic.
Situations.
Ask a Guy. If you slide in my DMs as a guy, how am I supposed to respond?
Do you know the guy?
No.
She gets those a lot.
No, I don't. But I'm like, maybe I should start responding. But then I did, and I was like, I don't know what even to say. Hey.
I mean, what is their initial approach? Just hey?
Or it's like, yeah, like, hey, how's it going?
Want to chat?
I don't know. Like, how am I supposed to respond?
I mean, I just like
if you slid in a girl's DMs,
right?
What would you say?
I mean, that's a borderline, like, you could be either come across as really creepy.
Yeah, that's what I usually think.
What happens, yeah.
But then, like, everyone's like, oh my god, he slid in my DMs, and now we've been dating for 7 years.
I've never heard that.
Yeah. I haven't either. And I would always caution on the side of maybe creepy.
Okay.
A little creepy.
Real creepy.
I mean, mine would be okay. So
to answer your question,
just ignore them.
I wouldn't reply.
Okay.
I would
go back to my don't reply method. I was trying to venture out of my circle.
Well, how has it worked out for you?
I said hey, and then like he said something else, and I didn't respond. I'm like, well, this is boring.
Well, welcome to dating.
I just don't know. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that like it has to be in person.
Yeah.
And if it's like not in person, it doesn't matter.
Like, you know, this day and age, I'm all about like however you meet somebody, whether it's in person or it's on the internet or sliding into someone's DM. You never know. But you know.
Yeah.
Who else is he creeping on? You know what I mean?
Ooh. Stop that noise.
Ooh, stop that.
So mine is I met a guy on Bumble.
Okay.
I feel like this is so cliche because I'm so against dating apps.
It's so personal. I'm glad we're getting this real in our first interview.
I'm very open on like social media and everything, so like I don't care. But I met this guy on Bumble.
Okay.
He started talking to me, whatever. We started talking. He invited me out to his show on Monday. I went to his show on Broadway. It's cool.
I was there.
We were talking constantly. Yeah, Jenna came out. We were talking constantly.
Good choice.
And then I brought 2 of my girlfriends. I was like, and a guy.
Great choice.
And so I was like, okay, we're talking. And then hadn't heard from him until yesterday. Yesterday he like told me he was going somewhere and was like, hey, like I'm gonna be here or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna be there too. Okay. We get there. He says hi to me and then never speaks to me again the whole night. We went to literally 3 different areas.
On him. We followed him. We sat in front of him. We sat behind him.
From a guy's perspective is that everybody else was like, oh, maybe he's shy. And I was like, no, because he's literally talking to every other person in the room except for me.
He knew the other people too. Like as a guy.
Right.
Should I just like walk away from that? I feel like
first off, girls shouldn't chase guys. We literally chased him last night.
No, we just like you were drunk, Jenna.
We literally chased him. Like it wasn't even like he was like It's not even like, I don't know, we were literally on our PJs.
Yeah, that seems odd. I would not pursue it anymore.
Oh yeah, that's what I told her earlier.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, oh no, maybe he was just give him another chance.
Like,
And I was
you
like,
need
I'm
to
not
gotta be
messaging him
social
first.
and
But like, do you think I
not run
shouldn't
away.
be the one to message him again, right?
No.
That's what I thought.
don't do that.
Say that. Because I was like, I am too good. And then in my head, I'm like, who else is he hitting on Bumble? And then is he one of those people that just wants like a confidence boost? That just like wants to talk to people and like network? Because he's in the industry, obviously.
Right.
Which is very rare to find on Bumble, like somebody you connect with in the industry that gets it. And we got along and everything, and I was like, what is your goal here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
Okay,
it.
here's my problem.
Brush it off your shoulders.
Okay,
Jenna, you have a lot of problems.
I do, and
So do I.
oh, so sad. Okay, so there's this guy, and I've been talking to him kind of since October. So we've been hooking up. So
That's talking.
let's just be honest.
In quotes.
It was like he was in Nashville, then we were both somewhere else, and then he's through Nashville a lot.
Okay.
But this time when he came through, he didn't text me first. I texted him first.
Which is okay.
Is that okay?
If he usually texts you, that's
But I
fine.
live here, so I feel like if he's coming through, it should be like, hey, I have a day off in Nashville, if he wanted to see me. But
Yeah.
instead, he responded to a 2 a.m., hey, where you at?
To a very drunken Jenna text.
Like, do I text him next time he's in town? Do I avoid him? I'm like,
You let him
back
come
off.
to you.
I don't think you have to avoid them, but like, is it this mutual understanding of like, okay, like when you're in town, like you see each other, and it's, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
That's kind of the understanding.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to live your life, and
But it's okay. I'm not like being needy or like.
I wouldn't contact him again. I would let him contact you.
yeah, I would let him contact.
Because like you said, he's coming here.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
always
going.
I always run into them though.
Like he knows you exist here.
Yeah.
So if he wanted to be with, I always look at it as a perspective. If they want to be with you, they'll make it.
They'll
know
make
that
it
they want to be
priority.
with you, and that's who you want to be with anyway.
Guys are pretty simple.
They're like puppies.
Like puppies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, we fixed Jenna's problems.
Well, I guess we'll see until Drunk Jenna comes back.
So the single.
Keep me a boob.
Back to music.
Okay, back to music.
Yeah, back to music.
The single.
Yes. Single comes out next week, 22nd.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All platforms, and then we'll probably do a follow-up in March as well. So I got a lot of ammo in the in the tank, so to speak. So
Are you looking at releasing an EP album?
right now? I think just doing singles. Maybe eventually an EP of the singles being released.
Okay. Cool.
So
Cool.
Yeah, especially because now I feel like it's such a world now that the more, like you said, the more content that goes out. So like every month there's people releasing singles now.
Right.
Once a month, just new things coming out, and fans obviously have an attention span that's like, if a song is good, they'll listen to it, but they're not gonna kill it
Right.
for more than like a couple weeks. So I get that. That's awesome.
yeah, and I want people to be excited about new content because you drop an album. That's it,
Yeah.
and it's got its kind of life. But I feel like putting out a single every 6, weeks, 8 weeks, you kind of have, something for them to look forward to.
And it keeps people excited.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Where can everybody follow you on socials and everything?
They are all at Ryan Calhoun.
How do you spell your last name?
CALHOUN.
There you go. That's why I thought it was
Calhoun.
Calhoun.
And you guys can follow us at Inside the Noize with a Z. I'm Katie Kalp.
I'm Jenna Heidemann.
And thank you guys so much for listening. We're going to get into CRS week. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, what's up? It is Katie Kalp.
And Jenna Heidemann.
And you're listening to Inside the Noize. We are here live from CRS week 2019 in Nashville, Tennessee with Brailey Lenderman. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are y'all doing?
Good. It's been a busy
You got
day.
great
This first
radio
day.
voice.
Thanks.
Wow.
I did
Me
work in
too.
radio for 4 years.
No, I'm just over here and I'm like,
No, it sounds
Jenna's
great.
like, Katie, what do I say?
and most of the time I'm like, give me something to say.
Help me. So today's the first day of CRS week.
Yes.
For you.
Yes.
It's been busy so far. It's
Yeah.
3:59. It's almost 4 p.m.
Yeah, I've been here
4 p.m.
since, I was supposed to be here at 9:45. I got here at 10.
Okay.
That's on time still.
Because that's who I am.
Yeah, that's on time
I
still.
know. So it's been good all day today. I feel like I talked a lot, but I like talking, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
I get that.
And then we
Yeah.
did the Warner luncheon, which was incredible.
So jealous. Cody Johnson was there.
She's obsessed with
He made me cry.
Why did he make
He's
you cry?
just good. Okay, you know, like as a musician, music just kind of hits you a little bit harder, even well, people in general. So his music was just so good, it just made me like cry. Same with Ashley McBride. I was like, oh God, I have an on-camera interview, and I'm like, oh no, because it's just when there's music that's just that good, you can't help but feel it. You're like, you know. So he was and he's just so adorable, and it's that Texas country sound that I just love.
Man.
I mean, you're all about Texas.
I am all about Texas country. Cody Johnson's one of my favorites.
Yeah. That's good.
Katie makes fun of me
Every
all the
single
time.
podcast, Cody gets somehow mentioned, and it just slides in.
Well, he took off his hat and he goes, and I just gotta thank all of y'all for doing that. And I'm like, oh, God, you're so cute.
There goes my
You're
heart.
married.
Oh man. Okay, so each week we usually start off with make some noise, stop that noise. So like a good week, bad week.
Okay.
So what was your high and what was your low of the week?
Yeah.
So far.
Okay, so it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday.
Okay, well, you want to start with my high or my low? Because I can tell you my low.
Let's start low and then go high.
Okay. Well, low, I was sick.
Man.
Like, sick. And didn't eat for 2 days, which, I mean, I guess is okay. That was just my low, being miserable and, like, still going to work, too. And then, going into a writing session, you're like, yeah, that's great. But that was my low. My high would have to be probably this right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, why not? It's Wednesday. Yeah. And it's something that I've looked forward to, you know, since January. And this. Oh my God, we just did the Children's Miracle Network.
Cute.
And this little boy, Chase.
Are you kidding me?
He was the cutest thing in the whole entire world. Like, I was like, I didn't know if he would hurt if I squeezed him, so I was like trying not to squeeze him too hard.
You're like, I don't want to hug you too hard.
Yeah, but he was the cutest thing in the world. So everything that's happened today has been, I think it will probably be the high for the rest of the week.
Oh yeah,
Most
and well,
likely.
and you got 2 more days of this. So.
Yeah. So
Just
it's
getting
good.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what has been? So tell us a little bit about your story about how you got to Nashville. Are you originally from Nashville?
No.
Okay.
Is anybody? Are you?
No, I call them unicorns.
I do
though.
too.
They are.
I do
I'm like,
too.
you're a unicorn.
I'm from Georgia originally. I'm from about an hour north of Atlanta. I grew up there, did everything. Actually, a lot of my family's from Texas. That's why I asked you earlier if you're from Texas. So I grew up on Texas country, so I love that. I moved up here in 2014. It'll be 5 years in September, what feels like a year. Like, time has gone by so fast. I've lived up here forever now, it feels like, and I worked on when I first moved here, I started working on my EP. Well, I have an EP, but we started working on it in January of 2015. Took me 2 years to do. My producers were amazing, Aswan North and Jared Logan. They brought in these incredible people. I got to write with Travis Meadows, and I got to work with Ricky Skaggs, and I got to do these amazing things that somebody like me shouldn't have done because, as they call us here in Nashville, nobodies. Literally, I think I've been called a nobody more than any name in the world. Since I've moved to Nashville, which is fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. But so I started working on my EP. We finished it. I met my management team, Phoenix Stone and Sybil Hall, and they are the ones who kind of just really pushed everything forward and got things started for me. So, and it was a lot of waiting, a lot of stressful, just like, is this ever going to happen? I feel like everybody has that mindset at some point in time. And last year I released my single. I did radio tour, did CMA Fest, all of that. I got to do really cool things with like Hobo Bags. I got to go do like a really cool ad with them that they're doing called Modern Day Hobo, which is probably one of the coolest things I did last year too. And then now it's just, we're still pushing the single and it's just still going, and there's like no reason to stop it now, so we just keep I just like, it's like this, and I'm just like walking behind it, and then eventually when it stops, then I'll go do like release another one. So
yeah, it's incredible, especially for your debut. This is your debut single, right?
Yeah.
That much traction for it to be the debut is absolutely incredible. Congratulations to you.
I would never think this in a million years. And if I literally got to sit down with you guys for like hours and told you how I got to this point, you'd be like, what? Like, I know everybody has weird stories, but like everything that went wrong was perfect to go wrong. And then it just became right. So I think about my story. I have to write it down. I journal a lot. And I have to read back on how I got to certain points, because I'm like, okay, well, how did I get here? And it's insane. It's insane. I wish I could write a book about it. It's dumb, but yeah.
And your new single is Remember All the Nights. How did the writing about that come down? Who did you write it with?
I wrote it with Aswan North and Jared Logan. Aswan North was part of a rock band with Warner called Paper Tongues, and then Jared Logan did stuff with Fall Out Boy, which I didn't even know until afterwards. I was like, oh.
You're like, I didn't know.
They're both incredibly talented guys. Jared was just playing this lick on the guitar, and it's just like a doo-doo-doo-doo. And Aswan was like, I like that. And I was like, I love that. And he tracked it, and then we started doing those scribbled eggs lyrics where you just like mumble, you know, a melody. We got that down. Aswan went in there and has these vocals that are like, I mean, his vocal range is out of this world, and he was singing so high, and I was like, oh no. And so literally, I was like, okay, now I have to go do that. So we started getting the lyrics down, and it was more of like we started writing it not having a concept. It was just whatever lyrics came, and then we would get to the concept of it. Well, we started with like the first part of it, and when we got to the hook of it, they were like, okay, well, tell me about your life. Like, tell me about younger, what you did, like, you know, young love. And I think a lot of people have a problem with living in the moment of being just here and in the now. And that's kind of what it's based on, it being the here and the now of love. And being in love and being young and having that thriving, like, push in your life. And so that was the concept of the song, was like getting back to the basics of being in love with somebody. Because I feel like as you get older, you forget why you're in love with somebody. So it's like, hey, remember when we did this? And remember when we did that? Remember this? And then all of a sudden, we just came up with this like masterpiece. And then we sent it off to Kenny Greenberg, and he played the really great licks on the guitar with it. And then Ricky Skaggs was like, I love it. And he did the mandolin on it. And it was just it was a good first song to write. That's the first song I wrote in Nashville.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy, too.
And your
It's the
first
first
one to
one.
go out.
Yeah, and the first one to go out. And so it was kind of just a meant to be moment. So it was good.
And you said you did radio tour for that.
Yeah.
How was the radio tour and everything, especially your first ever?
I really enjoyed it. I like talking, so you like I could talk all day long. And so being on the radio, somebody would ask me what my high point was of it, and I was like, every time they played it on the radio, like every time I heard it, I was just like, I was just so mind blown of it.
Where were you the first time?
That you heard it.
So the first time I heard it was actually on a Georgia radio station called The Bull, and I was at work, and I just pulled it up on the computer because I knew that they were going to spin it, and they spun it, excuse me. They spun it, and I just bawled. I mean, I bawled like you would have thought that like something bad happened.
Right.
And what's the best part about it is all of my best friends from high school, my best girlfriends, they were all together getting dinner in Atlanta, and they were all in the car when it came on. So they got to videotape it, and they're all crying, and I'm like crying, and they call me, and I'm like, oh my God. So it was such a surreal moment, and you get like goosebumps, and nothing can take away from that moment. I think that's probably one of my favorite moments of last year. Definitely.
Yeah. Who are some of your favorite artists, and who are you listening to?
Right now,
Yeah.
let's pull this up real fast.
Pull it up. I always want to ask, like, who am I
listening?
listening to right now?
Right now, well, obviously I have Brandi Carlile at the top.
Yep.
Yep.
Queen.
Oh my God. And then I have I actually have a lot of women. The Brandi Carlile, Maren Morris, Tennille Arts, and then I have the Mumford & Sons new CD that I can't stop listening to. But I'm really, I listen to literally everything. Like, I really like just like new stuff that's been coming out. And then, but right now, Brandi Carlile's my girl. I mean, I cried at her before. I say I cry I cry all the time.
So far, I've gotten the vibe that
you're a
cry
songwriter.
I've cried more.
I feel like if a songwriter doesn't cry, they're not a songwriter. Because you don't feel it.
I've cried more in the past 5 years of being in Nashville than I did in my first year of being born. Like, I just because it's just like I feel so much, and I'm like, my feelings. I feel like that girl in Mean Girls. But yeah, like her performance. I mean, I'm really into Maren Morris's new song. I mean, girl power to that. I love it. But I'm probably listening to everything. I actually am not really listening to anything that's on the radio right now, surprisingly.
Yeah, I don't listen to a lot of radio stuff.
I listen to
Here I'm at
Spotify.
CRS, and I'm like, I don't listen to radio.
Yeah. I go on like a release radar and like see what's on. Like,
I see what
coming up and
Spotify
stuff.
recommends to me too, because I usually find new artists I like through that, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I do
So
it.
what can we be looking out for you for the next couple months? Obviously, it's the beginning of the year. It's February.
Yeah.
We got CMA Fest
Already
coming up
February,
in
though.
June.
Yeah,
Stuff like
it's
that.
already
Like,
coming
what can
up.
we be expecting?
So I'm hoping we're going to convince my management team tonight. Well, I don't know if you'll be part of it. I want to release the song that I wrote with Travis Meadows.
Okay.
He's a legend, I think. Like, I love Travis Meadows.
He's changed my life beyond measure. He's so cool. But I want to release this song because Remember All Nights it was great as like me as an artist releasing it. But I think the song that I want to release, it's called You Don't Know Me But You Will, kind of defines who I am as a person and how I got to this point. And I'm really wanting to release it to tell another story of myself.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, what's great about it is it's totally two ends of the spectrums, from the Remember All Nights and then You Don't Know Me But You Will. And it keeps people on their toes of being like, oh, there's something else she can do.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to release that. I'm hoping to play CMA Fest again. I keep looking at her like she's gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna do this.
Her publicist is too loud for her, so you guys are.
But hopefully gonna play CMA Fest again. You know, I want this year. I don't know how this year is gonna measure up to last year because last year was just so incredible. I'm hoping to take it above and beyond. But it's kind of like, it's just a hopingness. I don't make plans because if I make plans, I get let down. So I just go with the
flow.
I just go and I hustle and I grind and I just keep going until somebody else is like, come do this. I'm like, okay.
Now, I have a problem. Like, my problem is, like, through the hustle and grind, I never, like, live in the moment or, like, appreciate what happened at the time.
Yeah.
I think I always miss the moments, and I'm always trying to the next point.
No, journal it.
I need to start journaling.
I journal every night.
Oh,
Yeah,
I gotta
I journal
start
every night.
this. I bought a journal with intentions of doing that when I went to the rodeo in December.
Oh, did you?
And
Cody Johnson was there.
Another thing that can't be not mentioned on the podcast is the rodeo.
I now only wear Wranglers.
Boot barn.
Boot barn and Wranglers. That's all I wear since I came back from the rodeo.
I love it.
I never shopped at the boot barn until then. But
This is why we work well together. I'm the complete opposite. I wear nothing country.
now bringing this back to the story, I bought a journal to bring to the rodeo because I'm like, there's gonna be so many cool moments here that I'm gonna want to remember, and I'm not gonna remember because I'm so bad at this. And I meant to journal every night. No.
Why don't you
I
instead
had
of doing a
one
journal, do a
page.
video on your iPhone?
Ooh, that's
Or a
weird.
voice memo.
It's like a
Maybe.
video diary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
hey, like you're not talking to anybody, you're talking to yourself. Be like, yo, this is what went on. This person said this
Yeah,
person.
and then you can
Like,
look back on it.
Maybe I
and
can
then
try
it's
that.
a lot better because then you don't have to read it. You can just lay in bed and
I know, and I
listen
never
to
read
yourself.
back. Like when I try to journal, I never read it back. So
I'll go in, like, I have a stack.
I try to I wanted to like buy one for each month and like do like a January, February,
How much
March.
you writing in a month?
Like a page each night. That's like 30 pages.
How big are your journals?
30 pages.
30 pages, Katie.
Sorry, mine are like 120, so like mine lasts a good
I
month.
like moleskins, so like the paperback moleskin, those little ones though. Those can be my journals.
Yeah.
But I tried that one
It's
too.
amazing.
Okay,
It's so great to read. We just did a big old clean out of my apartment because we watched Tidying Up on Netflix.
Oh gosh, everybody literally did that.
I sat in my closet for like 3 hours going through my journals and like reading them, and I'm like, oh my god, I remember this now.
probably
I
crying
didn't cry.
some more.
I laughed. I was
That's me,
more
I'm
of like
crying.
embarrassed. I was like, what did I do? It's like, I mean, it's like the college and
the best
high
is when you
school.
go through and you're like, oh my gosh, I was complaining about this boy who like you forgot that
forgot
even
about.
existed
I
in the
know.
world.
That's actually that happened. I was like, I thought he was the one. No, you didn't. You're 17 years old. Stop it.
Like I make like lists, so my in mine it's always lists of like guys. It's like the guy's name, and it's like why I should date him and why I should not like him. And like I'm like one of those
Like
people.
pros and cons.
Pros
What
and
if you
cons.
found that and you were dating him?
Oh, I don't care. He could read it.
He'd be like, oh, so you would hate this about me?
So these are
Well,
like
I'm just-
cons.
they're not like things I hate. It's just like why I shouldn't date you or why I should. Like I always try to convince myself not to.
Katie, how
'cause I'm-
many pages of those do you have right now?
Jenna?
Katie's going through
Shut your
her
mouth.
phase right now.
Because you always pick on my love life in the podcast, my non-existent love
No,
life.
she has so many boys, so many crushes.
How can you not have so? I mean, there's Tinder, there's Hinge, there's Bumble, there's Match, there's eHarmony.
There's Nashville.
J-Date.
There's a lot of really, really cute guys in Nashville.
There are a lot of you guys in Nashville.
Okay, so on that note,
Do you want to do off-the-record confessions?
yes,
I'm
yes,
ready.
we do.
So each week on the podcast, we do off-the-record confessions. So you confess something weird or embarrassing, and it's off the record, but it's really on
on
the
the
record.
record.
So like confess something weird or embarrassing. What do you got this week, Katie? We'll start with
Something
you.
embarrassing is that my shirt keeps coming open. Not that I like intentionally. It's
She
not
wore
even
a
that.
she wore a high slit skirt the other day, and today her tatas are out.
First of all, they're not out. It's only when I sit down. When I sit down, like they like it, the shirt just does not help.
See, we'll have to get you one.
Do you not have one on?
No,
Is
I
that just
have
your
a
bra I keep looking
It's
at?
my bra.
Yeah.
It's a bralette. No, that's the problem. And
I'm
like,
scared my boobs are gonna pop out of this.
Yeah, we were working at an office with a guy earlier, and I was like, what's up? Because I'm just like super like I just don't do that. Like the skirt alone, one of our business partners, Alan, always makes a comment. He made a GIF actually for me with my skirt, my layout of my skirt.
Oh my god.
I was like, and you can get it on Instagram now when you swipe up on the GIFs. You can
Are
look-
you serious?
Yep.
Yeah.
What do I look up?
I think it's just my name. He said that he sent it in and everything, and I was like, oh great.
Well, now
great. Here
I'm
we
gonna have to look
go.
it up later. I'm gonna use it on
really-
everything now and just tag you in
It's
it.
terrifying. It scares me. But
Like, boys,
so,
here she
what
is.
are your confessions, Jenna?
Oh.
These are my confessions.
I gotta think.
Do you have any confessions off the top of your head?
Yeah.
Like just something weird.
Something weird, yeah. Like maybe a weird tendency or something embarrassing that you've done.
Okay, something embarrassing I've done. I shattered both of my big toes at the same time on Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
And I wasn't just in... I went to the hospital. I knew they were broken immediately. Because, tequila. And it was Cinco de Mayo.
I feel that.
I was Supermaning a chair and there was a crowd of people, and the chair fell backwards, and toes went like into the ground like that. And immediately I knew they were broken. In my stupor, I knew it.
Both of them.
I went to the hospital the next day, and I actually had a show that night. And the doctor left, and the doctor came back and they go, "Okay, well, you didn't just break them, you shattered them." And I was like, "Great." Okay, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So this girl was like, the doctor was like, "So you must play guitar and sing, like the guys must love you," which is such a weird thing to say. And I was like, and then another male nurse comes around the corner with these 2 blue post-op shoes. And he goes, "Not anymore." I had to wear these ugly blue post-op shoes for 3 months.
Did they have splinters in them that they would hold splints?
No, they just buddy taped my toes together. And so I wore these blue post-op shoes to my show, to graduation.
Hey, it's the new fashion. It's like when Kanye has the new Yeezy come out.
Right? So it was
the Brailey.
And then we went out that night, and they just sat a stool in the middle of the bar, and I just sat there all night. And people came to me, and I was like, great. But I mean, that was pretty bad. Because now I can't bend my toes, which sucks. But
ever?
No, I can't. I could bend some of them. I can't bend 3 of them because it was muscle memory. I forgot how to do it.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
That's pretty
Crazy.
bad.
Jenna.
I guess you said Cinco de Mayo. I'll go back to my Cinco de Mayo.
Single de Mayo.
On Cinco de Mayo, I think it was 2 years ago. I don't know. I went to a Luke Bryan concert. And I pregame, went to a Luke Bryan concert. This isn't my confession, but I bought fake mustaches, and I made friends that were in front of me, and the 5 guys in front of me borrowed fake, we all wore fake mustaches together. But I was trying to be a trooper and rally that night, and I was getting so tired because I worked all day. Then I went out, and I fell asleep at Honky Tonk at the bar. I fell asleep.
Oh, you were one of those
The guy was like,
girls.
"This girl needs to go." My friends were like, "We know she needs to go, but she's just tired. We all still want to party. She's just tired."
Put her in a cab and
Just
go.
open one eye, please.
And he's
Just tape one eyelid
He's like, "I'm
open.
taking you down in the elevator. She has to go." And I was like, "Guys, I'm just tired. I couldn't stay awake." But
I will say, I was at where were we? We were in the Gulch at Bar Louie, and there was a girl dead asleep right behind me, and someone goes to me and is like, "Is that your friend?" And I was like, "I don't know."
I also fell asleep. It was my friend's wedding shower this last weekend, and I drove home to Illinois, and I got home 3 a.m. I have a little brother and sister home are 7, and they woke me up 5 a.m. in the morning. They were excited I was home. So I had 2 hours of sleep, and then I went to this wedding shower. We went to a wedding dress fitting, and then we were sitting there waiting to go to the shower. There was 2 hours in between, and we were all in mid-conversation. I fell asleep sitting up on our couch for 45 minutes. And
I wish
I
I
would
could
up
do
like,
that.
"Jenna, do you have a good nap?" And I'm like, "Guys, I was so
I
tired."
wish I could sleep like that.
I wish I could fall asleep.
I just felt
anywhere.
like my mom or my grandma.
Just resting your eyes when you pass
You're
out.
like that
Yes.
kid from Vine. It's like, I go to sleep right here. And
Yeah.
you're just
I just was out.
Well, if you're tired, you're tired.
that will be all of us after CRS
I'm getting
week.
old. Katie
Wow.
has me tonight at the bar.
I won't do anything. I'll be tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the normal, and I'm like, I'm exhausted.
I'll wake up and I'm exhausted.
All right. Okay, where can everyone follow you? Get the music. Stay up to date.
The single "Remember All the Nights" is on every music platform. You'll find it everywhere. So Amazon, just go look it up.
Just go, yeah.
Spotify, we're trying to get those streams up even higher. That's a good place. And then with social media, I have my Instagram, which is Brailey Lenderman official. Brailey Lenderman official. I had to change it once I moved here. And then Facebook's Brailey Lenderman. And then Twitter, I don't tweet about music. I tweet about The Bachelor. Literally every tweet's that's the only time I get on it. And I'm like, this girl's so weird. I hate her. But if you want to follow, that's Brailey Music on Twitter. I'm on all of them, but mostly Instagram is where you're going to find anything that has to do with music.
Cool. Perfect. And you can follow us at Inside the Noize, and that's Noize with a Z. You can follow me personally at Katie Kaut.
And me at Jay Heidemann.
And we're going to change that for Jenna because I need to rebrand her.
She hates it. Every time I roll my eyes at her. I've looked up to get them just Jenna. That's my goal, is to just get Jenna.
You're not going to be able to get Jenna.
No, the girl who has it only has and I don't have that many followers. She only has 2,000 followers in her bio that says, "Do not ask for my handle."
So you're not going to get that handle.
Please.
Somebody asked my fiance for his handle because he was T-How. And I know, stupid, right? So, and he was like, "Can I please have your handle?" And Tom was like, "Okay." And he changed it.
$1,000. No, you gotta charge him though.
Oh, well,
should
he's
charge.
not that smart.
Yeah, they Venmo me, bro.
I will for $500,000.
500,000.
There you go. Oh, well,
Alright.
thank you so much for sitting down and talking
you
with
for having
Brailey.
me.
And
Appreciate it.
hope you have a great CRS week.
I
And
hopefully will too.
we are out.
We're out.